Hi guys, welcome back to Short Nail Life. So I am missing the nail on my pointer finger, but it's not going to be in the video. As you know, I filmed this afterwards and I took the pointer finger off because I was taking off the nails. But that's not the point. The point is I love these nails. They are so beautiful. They are a butterfly, whimsical, beautiful spring set. Um, last the nails I have on, the blue and purple cloud nails or cotton candy nails that I did, I used a sequin as my rhinestone placement, and then I was watching a video by Nail Slayed by Val, and she used a Hello Kitty sticker as her rhinestone placement, and that kind of took me down this rabbit hole because I've always used those sequins that I used on that set, but I've never used anything bigger than that, and I never actually thought of anything like the sequins and stuff like that as being rhinestone placement. So I kind of, like I said, I went down a rabbit hole, and then when I thought of the butterflies, I was like, oh, that would be cool. I should do that. And then this set just came to my head, and I wrote it down, and I filmed it. So I am so excited for you to see this. I thought the set was so beautiful, so cute. I love it. It did turn out a little cloudy in the end, but I think it has everything to do with the way I encapsulate. I'm going to try new encapsulation techniques and see if something else will work for me, but we'll get to that later. But right now, all I am is building the nail. As you saw already, I use the Venalisa Jelly Series, which I keep telling you guys I love. I really recommend it to practice. I have not tried it on my hands yet. One day I will, but it stays exactly where you put it, which is why I love it. I know a lot of people don't like that thicker consistency, but I do. I feel like that's perfect for a beginner. But anyway, I used that. I did a slip layer, which is just the first layer that you put on like polish, and then I took a bigger bead or pearl and I put it down the middle of the nail, and I floated it to each side. Now you see me wiping each side of the nail to make sure that there's product on the side. So one thing that I struggled with for the longest is once I got done with application, I would go to start filing and I would notice that I was missing like a small divot of where there was no gel on the free edge of, yeah, on the free edges of my nails. Not the free edge, the side. I'm sorry. But I would notice that sometimes, and I couldn't figure out why I was doing that. But I started watching like a lot of acrylic techs. I've always watched a lot of acrylic techs, and one day something just went off in my head and I was like, maybe I should try that, and so far it's working. So if you have the same issue, just try wiping the sides of your nails. So I just showed you the side profile of that nail. I felt like it was just a tad bit flat, so I'm just adding product just down the middle. I'm not trying to put it on the side. The side is fine. I'm not trying to bulk it up. I just need this to be thick enough to give me room to file. I am aware I am an over filer. I probably will always be an over filer. So I need the product so I can get the shape in correctly. So these are just the products I'm going to use today. This glitter does glow in the dark, and I was going to get footage of it, but I think with all the products on top of it, it kind of lost its glow in the dark power, or maybe it just wasn't good. I'm not sure. I never tested it out, but it glowed a little bit, but it just didn't, it wasn't enough for me like, oh, this is so beautiful, let me put it on camera. So yeah, it glowed, but it didn't glow enough. I think it lost its ability to glow. But right now I'm just putting this polish on a third of the nail, and then this polish I'm going to put on half. I want to take this polish past that where the two tips meet each other, and then I'm gonna take the pink and I'm going to push that up into the blue and let that create my fade. I'm not going to do an ombre or anything like that today because I'm just going to cover it up with glitter anyway. And this, I forgot I only wanted on a third of the nail, so I had to wipe it up a little bit. And since I had the lint-free wipe already moist with alcohol, I decided to dab the edges just to diffuse them a little bit. I don't know if this did anything, but it made sense at that time. So this is now cured, and now I'm going to take this base gel and I'm going to put the glitter into this tacky layer. Not tacky layer, this wet layer of gel. I'm sorry. And then I take the glitter just a little bit further than where that polish is at the bottom of the nail, just to see if I can, just to try to ombre it a little bit. And if you see a blue light come on, as you can see, my hand is just resting on my light. I didn't feel like pulling the stand out today, so it's just resting on the light today. So as you can see with that iridescent glitter, I'm only using like the fine and medium glitters in there. And there is some chunky glitters in there as well, but I was trying to stay away from them and avoid them in this nail. But I forgot to do that on the rest of the nails, which is why to me their glitter looks so much different. I feel like I noticed that so much, but I think it still turned out cute. I really like it though without the chunky glitter, but that's just my preference. I'm not a fan of chunky glitter anymore. So right now I'm about to use that Stamper flashlight on that nail, and I actually do have some tips I've learned from that nail that I just did, and I have some tips I'm gonna tell you when I get to the pinky. So this pink glitter, I don't know what it was. Maybe I should have got a color closer to this pink, but I didn't have one. I don't know, but that glitter just went on so splotchy and uneven. And even to me in the final product, it just wasn't my favorite nail. I love this set and I love the idea of that pinky nail, but I feel like it was just so hard to work with the entire time. Because when I say I had issues with the pinky nail the entire time I did this set, it just kept giving me issues. The nail itself kept falling out and I had to keep pushing it in. I felt like the nail was too big because it didn't even go into the tunnel or whatever you call the nail thing. It didn't go in all the way, so I felt like it was too big. But I have now since sized my tips up, and I don't have that issue because it was driving me crazy. It messed up my shape on that nail on this video. It just kept messing up. That pinky was like that was the problem finger for this whole video. But it still turned out cute. I'm not gonna lie, it did turn out cute. It just would have been cuter if it just stayed in line and did what it was supposed to do. So as you saw, I just put that base gel in that one spot right there. And I'm going to take the back of my dotting, that's my rhinestone picker, and I'm going to bend the butterfly. So that's my tip. Only put the gel exactly where you need the piece or whatever you're trying to stick on. Only put it there, because if you put it over the whole nail, your glitter will move. Not only will it move, it will also flood the sides, and then it will cure with it like that. And to me, it also affects the clarity of your nails as well. It becomes a little cloudy a little bit to me. So with this, I feel like less is more. Just treat it like it's basically actually glue and just put it exactly where you need it. I hope that helps somebody out. And if you're confused, just let me know down below and I'll try to explain it a little bit better. I probably won't be very helpful, but yeah, if you need more help, just let me know down below. I don't know if I mentioned it in this voiceover. I've done this voiceover a couple of times, but I think I need to change up my encapsulation technique. I've been doing it the same way I build nails, and I love this technique for building nails. I think it works really well for me, but I still feel like some days my gel is cloudy, some days I feel like it's perfectly see-through. It's just never consistent, and I don't know if maybe it might be the application, because I know when you mess with something a little too much, it can get bubbles and it can get cloudy. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do, is maybe switch up my application just a little bit, or find some new techniques and stuff like that. A couple of months ago, I actually was building it like a 3-ball method, like acrylics. I think I might try that again and see if that worked for me. I'm not sure. So I feel like I need to add just a little bit in that spot. And this is just what's comfortable for me. I felt like I needed to add it because I know that if I were to start filing it right there, I would overfile that apex area and then make that too thin, and I'll have to go back. So just build your nails out whatever way is comfortable for you. If you have to put on a little bit more product, don't put on so much that you're spending forever filing. Just put in your I don't know what's the correct term. I don't want to call it what I have in mind, I don't think is the right term, and I don't want to say that one. But just safety net, that's what we're going to call it. Just put in your safety net and you should be fine. So I turn the hand toward me to file the free edge of the nails. That's how I get the correct shape. And then I turn it back around and then I file downwards with this bit, making sure everything is even, no dips, no divots. And then I take the nails out and I file on my hand off camera. Yeah, that's what's easier for me. I can't file with this hand. I haven't learned how to keep those nails still inside of there. So next up, I put matte top coat on that ring finger, and now I'm going to draw on it. So I did actually have a reference picture for this butterfly. It was a nail that I did sometime last year following a tutorial by Miss Jo Nail Co. I really love her channel. If you want to learn how to do a butterfly, I really encourage you to watch her channel. I don't think I am very helpful with telling you how to draw this at all. Once I looked at that nail, I could not figure out what in the world I did. And I knew that if I wanted to draw it the same way, I was going to have to watch her video. And I honestly didn't feel like watching a video to keep having to stop and start it, to do this, then flash cure it, stop it, start, the whole process. So I just winged this. This just came out of my head. I don't know how I got this, but it turned out the way I actually wanted it. So I'm not complaining. I think it's really, really cute and I love it. But my best advice if you're trying to draw a butterfly is to not make your lines straight. Make them all curved. And when I first started trying to do this, I think that's what my issue was, because I've tried plenty of times and I just kind of gave up. And her video really was the first one that helped me. And she kind of said it. I don't think she said that specifically. I just know she told you in her video to make at the top of the wings, make those curved. But yeah, I feel like make all of your lines curved and your butterfly will make sense. It will turn out. Just make them curved. As you can see, none of mine are straight. And you also, to me, want to add veining. Those little smaller lines, I feel like that made such a difference and it brought a lot to this design. And I did zoom in because I felt like you couldn't see what I was doing. So I'm sorry for the quality. I do not have that type of camera yet, but I will get there. So off camera, I do draw the body and I draw the antenna, I'm sorry. And I draw the little foot part of the butterfly. I do not know the butterfly's anatomy. I'm sorry. But I drew all of that. Hopefully I put little arrows showing you what I'm talking about. But you can't even see the body on this side, but there is a little body on the side. So I'm just top coating all of the nails, getting them nice and shiny. And I do top coat the bottom of those glass tips. So this is the sequin I'm going to use. This is what I based the whole set off of. And you can encapsulate the sequin. I just wanted to do it at the end because I like to move stuff and I just wasn't sure exactly where I wanted it. But for some reason I was very sure at this moment and I like cured it in place. But I knew I could also file it back off just in case it was not in the right spot. So this, I'm not sure what sizes also I'm using for the rhinestone. They came in like a mix pack. So I know they start at a size 3 and they go to a 30 in the mix pack. So it's somewhere in there. I apologize. I'm still learning the sizes, but I can still do rhinestone placements. But I believe the biggest size on here is the 30. And then it goes into the, I want to say a 12, then a 10, and then maybe a 5. That might be a 4 at the end. Yeah, let me stop trying to help. And so after this, I do simple caviar beads, and then of course I top coat those beads, and I top coat that butterfly in the middle with the that is the whole rhinestone placement thing, just so it wouldn't peel up. And you can top coat it twice for double assurance that it wouldn't pop up. I love this. I think it is so cute. Let me know what you think down below. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I want you to have an amazing day, guys. Stay positive. Bye.